What if I told you there's a penny out there, a simple, ordinary-looking penny that could be worth more than your house, a coin so rare that only a handful are known to exist, and one just sold for over $400? You might have seen one and never realized it. You might own one and not even know. This is the story of the 1944 steel Lincoln cent, one of the greatest mistakes in U.S. mint history, and one of the most valuable pennies ever made. Imagine holding a coin in your hand, a 1-cent piece, and discovering it's worth over $400,000. It's not gold. It's not silver. It's not encrusted with diamonds. It's a steel penny from 1944, and it's one of the rarest and most fascinating mistakes ever to come out of the U.S. mint. Let's rewind a bit. During World War II, the United States was desperate to conserve copper. It was a critical material used in everything from bullet casings to electrical wiring. So, in 1943, the U.S. Mint made a practical decision. It replaced the traditional copper Lincoln cents with coins made from zinc-coated steel. These steel pennies were shiny, silver-colored, and very different from the familiar brown cents people were used to. They were also magnetic and rusted easily, which made them rather unpopular with the public. By 1944, the war effort had stabilized enough that the mint decided to bring back copper. In fact, they used recycled shell casings from the battlefields of World War II to mint that year's Lincoln cents. So, starting in 1944, all pennies were supposed to be made of brass again, not steel. But then came the mistake. In rare instances, leftover steel blanks, planchets, as they're called, from the 1943 production run were accidentally left in the coin press machines at the San Francisco Mint. As 1944 cents were being struck in copper, these steel planchets somehow slipped into the process. The result? A handful of 1944 Lincoln cents were accidentally struck on steel instead of copper. One of the rarest of these is the 1944 S, the S standing for San Francisco. How rare are we talking? Fewer than 5 are confirmed to exist today. Most were either destroyed, worn down, and mistaken for common 1943 steel cents, or simply lost to time. This is what collectors call an off-metal strike. And in the world of numismatics, that's pure gold. Figuratively speaking, one of these rare 1944 steel cents made headlines when it sold at auction for an astounding $408,000. That's right, a 1-cent coin, accidentally struck on the wrong metal, sold for nearly $500,000. So how can you tell if you might have one? It's actually not too hard to do a basic check. If you find a 1944 penny that looks silvery or grayish, definitely not the usual copper color, try sticking it to a magnet. If it sticks, there's a chance it could be a steel planchet. Steel cents are also lighter than copper ones. They weigh about 2.7 grams, compared to the standard 3.11 grams for a copper penny. Now, this doesn't guarantee it's the real thing. There are a lot of fakes out there, including regular 1944 copper pennies that have been plated in steel or zinc to trick collectors. And sometimes, people confuse damaged or miscolored coins for something valuable. So if you think you have a steel 1944 cent, don't clean it. Don't polish it. Take it to a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC and have it authenticated. Coins like this aren't just rare, they're tiny historical artifacts. They tell a story of wartime urgency, human error, and the unexpected value of small things. The 1944 steel Lincoln cent is a reminder that even mistakes can become masterpieces when time, scarcity, and curiosity come together. So next time you're going through your change jar or helping your kids or grandkids sort through old coins, keep an eye out. That unusual penny might just be a 6-figure treasure, and who knows? Maybe a little steel mistake from over 80 years ago will end up changing your life.